Okay guys, some of you have heard that Okinawa Island, south of Japan, has received the first ever snow on records ever since they began. And you're probably wondering why that is the case when, it is around about 26 degrees north. So what could be going on? And, it is in this video that we'll explore what possibly could be affecting the climate in that region and why. Okay, so why has that island then received the first ever snow of its kind? Well, it is my theory, and this theory has been going on now for quite some time. If you check some of the earlier videos going back at least a year ago, you'll see that I came up with a theory that the magnetic field at the moment is in the same place as these Arctic regions, and if the magnetic field is migrating over the northern hemisphere, it will be taking that Arctic temperature along with it. I've said many times, it's not a coincidence that over the Arctic region we have a magnetic pole, and likewise we have the rotational axis. Although we have not seen the rotational axis shifting at the moment, I've not put that out of the possibility that it could be at some point in the future. So we can see that these plumes are reaching further south, and they're moving easterly. It's the same direction as where the magnetic North Pole has recently been spotted tracking. Guys, it is no coincidence that what we're seeing over the UK right now is a warm period, and this warm period has been there for quite some time now, over a year. So it's not a manipulation of the map. It's not just because the map is in the W3 position at the moment so that we can see the entire globe flattened over the surface of this map. It's nothing to do with that. It is the fact that we are having a split of the North Pole over the northern hemisphere, and as this split tears further and further, it's going to be taking the cooler climates with it. If you look where the plumes are on this map, right, you will see that when I put the magnetic chart up, it is in the exact same place. The south on the right hand side down here shows the same on the magnetic field map, although the plume is further towards Australia. Now the pointer in this video, by the time it gets uploaded to YouTube, it will be out of sync with the audio. There's nothing I can do about that. Sometimes I'm pointing at areas of the map and I'm talking a little bit ahead of my time or a little bit before my time in that region, but I'm just giving you an explanation for sometimes why I'm pointing at certain areas that I'm talking about, and it doesn't always seem like the pointer's following the audio accurately. So let's have a look at the magnetic chart then, taken by Swarm, that was given to us sometime late 2013 or 2014. Let's have a look at that data. So guys, as you can see, that area of that island is in the region of the 45,000 nanotesla range, and remember I said that this was around 2013 to 2014 I got this data, but you can see clearly where those cold regions are on the weather modeling map are exactly where the cooler regions are, and you can see where the warmer regions are, as I've pointed out, is just above the UK, and this is where we're getting the split of the magnetic North Pole right now. And if it has gone into a higher nanotesla in that region of that island south of Japan, then it is a demonstration that the poles are further migrating southeasterly, as we have recently found out. The magnetic compasses at the moment will be pointing to the center of this line here. So that should explain why islands such as that one south of Japan are experiencing snow for the first time. It's because the magnetic anomalies are pushing that way, in that direction, and that's why we're getting that Arctic temperature. I don't know how close we are to this point in the center fracturing. For the simple fact, as I can't track at the moment, well, I can track with the equipment that I've built. I can track that, but I can't data log it and graph it, and that's what I need, and that's what that equipment was set up to do. So I've really got to mention to that person that said that would help us out with that data logger the urgency now of this, and hope that they share the enthusiasm enough to put a bit of work in on that. Guys, from this point on out, I do expect things to start escalating and increasing. We're going to hear a lot more of this, these weather anomalies cropping up where they are. Yes, it is to do with the magnetic field splitting over the northern hemisphere as well as the southern hemisphere. It is also to do with the El Nino, because that would be a byproduct of the North Pole splitting. When I'm talking about the North Pole, in my view, it is the major mechanics and all the other things such as climate and that are secondary products of that. I want to just show you before I end this video where the jet streams are lying right now over the north of the equator, so that you can see for yourselves just what is going on in that region with regards to those jet streams. So before I tell you what it is, for those that should know what this is and what they're looking at, should be screaming this from the mountain tops right now. You're looking at the polar jet stream at where the subtropical jet stream should be. There is no polar jet stream at 60 degrees where it should be. It is at 30 degrees. These are your polar jet streams, and that's why places like south of Japan are getting that weather. Remember, this is a byproduct of the pole shift, the magnetic anomaly that is taking place for the first time in 780,000 years is now showing its true colours. We're seeing the polar jet streams in the same positions of where the subtropical jet streams should be. This is global chaos, guys, before your eyes, and you should be concerned because the poles haven't rotated yet, they haven't flipped, they haven't gone into that weak field line that's predicted, and when they do, you can expect a lot worse than what we're seeing right now. This is just for starters, guys, and why the mainstream media or the climatologists are not talking about this, maybe they've been told not to mention it, is beyond me. It should be screamed from the mountain tops that what you're looking at is a polar jet stream in subtropical regions of the planet. This is big news, guys. It's important, and it is signs that things are gearing up, ready to change for ourselves in the near future. I believe it's near future. So with that, guys, I'm going to end the report here. Just wanted to put that out, about that island receiving snowfall for the first time ever recorded in the history, and try and give an explanation as to why that is. Thanks for your time. Bye for now.